welcome to an all-new Covideo connection. I'm Aaron, and this is Scooby-Doo. As I mentioned yesterday, I used to watch this show all the time as a kid, and I think I turned out okay. But with the newer versions and stuff, and concern from parents about some possible adult content in these kids' cartoons, they've been examined and they found some issues. When I used to watch, I don't think Fred and Daphne were even dating. But because they were both good looking, I think a lot of people just assumed that they would date. And so in some of the newer versions, they are dating, and there's a lot of sexual tension, maybe a little bit too much sexual tension for a kids' cartoon. Also, there's the question of sexual orientation of Velma. The fact that maybe Shaggy is on drugs because he's always hungry and he can communicate with a talking dog. I don't know. And then, of course, in some of the newer versions, they actually do go after real ghosts and the whole idea of spells and conjuring up ghosts and spirits and stuff. And that's and something that you're introducing kids to the occult and that kind of thing. So the question is, should Christians and kids in general watch Scooby-Doo? Obviously, you're not going to find a verse in the Bible that says, "Thou shalt not watch Scooby-Doo," or any other show or movie. There are some things that God tells us not to do, but with most things, He gives us free will. But just because we can do mostly what we want, that doesn't mean it's beneficial for our lives. There's lots of things that we can do. I could jump out a window right now, but it's not going to be very beneficial for me. So the question is, you have to find something that you find it isn't going to affect you, and each person is different. As you know, I love The Simpsons, and I've used The Simpsons many, many times to relate to God and life and stuff. But I've also talked to kids about The Simpsons, and they only seem to bring up the fact that Homer gets drunk or uses bad words, and so obviously that show it isn't necessarily good for everyone. You have to be maybe mature or already have Christ in your heart to find that connection. So that's why it's important as a Christian to have an important relationship with Christ, so you can decipher what is good and what is bad. And as far as your kids, obviously, if you see them starting acting a little bit differently or weird because of a show they're watching, maybe you should take that show away for a while and only introduce them to good stuff. Like I said, I grew up on Scooby-Doo, but it was a different version, so maybe some of the newer versions are a little more dangerous. The important thing is no one show is like totally evil or whatever. You always have to be careful of the content. But again, as a Christian, everything is permissible, but not all is beneficial.
Oh, my old pal. I'll never see his hungry face again.
Maggie?
Look, Scoob, you've been turned to stone.
Hi, everybody. This is your old pal Timothy with another Bible verse. Today we look at 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 23. I have the right to do anything, you say, but not everything is beneficial. I have the right to do anything, but not everything is constructive.
Great, but next time, please don't do me any favors.
Yeah, no favors.
So when it comes to my love of certain things, certain groups catch on to this. And when I was a volunteer at the Upper Deck Youth Center in Strathroy, they caught on to the fact that I was a big Scooby-Doo fan. And so a lot of them would give gifts and stuff to say thank you. And so one gift I got at Christmas was this talking, singing Scooby-Doo. Unfortunately, it no longer talks or sings due to batteries. I don't know if I can just replace it or not. But for now, I still keep it in the box. But anyways, it's really cool. He goes, ring bells, ring bells, ring all the way. But anyways, I still like it. I like I said, I'll collect anything that's Scooby Doo, and so and again, it has a sort of a little bit of meaning because of who gave it to me. Anyways, hope you enjoyed today's show. We'll see you tomorrow.